Most guitar players know chords, and a lot of players know the pentatonic scale, but a lot of players don't really know how to connect the two together. So in this quick lesson, I'm going to show you a really simple idea, and it's how to add the major pentatonic fills in between each of your chords, and it makes your rhythm playing sound so much more musical. Now, we're going to use the chord progression from Hey Joe, but this works with basically any song you can think of. Now in Hey Joe, we've got the chords C, G, D, A, and E. Now, I like to use the bar chords because the bar chords line up perfectly with using the major pentatonic scales that we're going to go through in a minute. So for example, we have C, our major pentatonic scale around that chord, G, so the pattern stays the same, D, A, and E. Now when you get to the E in this particular song, what's more in keeping with the Jimi Hendrix style of playing is actually to move to the minor pentatonic, and there's a low E string fret 12, there's our E there, we could play our minor pentatonic shape 1 over the E chord. All the others we're just going to use our major pentatonic shape that I've just showed you. Okay, so now here's the trick. Between each chord we play a quick fill from the major pentatonic scale of each chord. So if we take the C chord and we can just use that C major pentatonic, that would just look like this. So you just pick notes at random within the scale over that C major chord. So again, the notes for the C major chord are C, D, E, G, and A, back to C, and then back in reverse. But it's less important to know the theory of what notes you're actually playing. It's more important that you know the shapes and that they line up with each of the root notes, because the exact same shape works over every chord, and you just move it so that the root note matches the chord that you're playing. So instead of just strumming chords like this, now we add a small pentatonic fill before the next chord. So now, again, it doesn't need to be complicated. It could be nice and simple, just a couple of notes. So it can be as simple or as complicated as you want. You just take notes from the scale and put them around the chord. Now, a really common sound in this style is a quick hammer on inside of the pentatonic. So again, that first lick I showed you in the first demo, so it's like a hammer on, pull off, just things like that. Hammer-ons and pull-offs, real quick ones, are real common in this kind of Jimi Hendrix style rhythm playing. Now, let's hear the idea in the full progression. So here we go. So C, this is a really powerful concept because it connects chords and scales together. We're using Hey Joe and the chords C, G, D, A, and E, but again, this could be used over any chord or any progression. As long as it's a major chord, you can just use that major pentatonic over the top just to fill in the gaps, and it gives you that Jimi Hendrix style rhythm playing, but for any tune you want to play. And if you'd like some help applying this to your own playing, I do work with a small number of guitarists on a one-to-one basis. We focus on things like lead guitar, fretboard understanding, improvisation, connecting chords and scales together. And I only take on a limited number of students at a time. But if you're interested in working with me, you can check out the link in the description below and get in touch about the application process. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.